This process goes over how to switch websites. This is in consideration of building a website on your own personal server and then transferring it over to your client website, which is what we're doing in this class. So the first thing you would do is you would log into your cPanel. This is for the old site, so I'm logging into my cPanel. I'm going to go to phpMyAdmin. I'm going to select the WordPress version I'm using. This is this would be for Soaring Eagles for you guys if you're doing that. And what I'm going to do is I've selected this database, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom and check all boxes. phpMyAdmin is usually pretty consistent, so you're not going to find too many differences here. Below that, I'm going to scroll down to the Go button, but before I hit Go, I'm going to check, now that all tables have been checked, the action I'm taking is export. And that takes me to a new page. And basically, I'm going to leave the settings. I just want to make sure that I export it out as a SQL file, and click Go. Save the file. Make sure I know where it is. Doesn't matter. The name doesn't necessarily matter. As you can see, I've downloaded it already. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open this with Dreamweaver. It looks pretty nasty. It's all right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a find and replace. And what I do is I go up to find and replace in files. This is another thing where Dreamweaver is really going to help you out a lot. And I'm going to do a search for anything with the web address. And first of all, I'm going to just, I'm not going to do I'm just going to do current document. And I'm going to start looking for it. Now in that case, I didn't find it because I probably typed it wrong. So yes, if you have some memory problems like I do, I'll see that I didn't type in the .info there, so I couldn't find any. Okay, so again, I'm going to hit this little arrow button, and I'm going to start searching through this until I find all versions of it. Now this is the main one right here, because this is what, in WordPress, this is what determines what your URL is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to update all of these, because these are not only just the site URL, homepage, and all that. It also goes down to where your images are, your plugins, everything. So in Dreamweaver, I can actually update everything. So at this point, I'm assuming you have a new domain, and your new domain So what you do is, again, I've got it set to current document. I'm going to replace all instances of this, the old domain, with all instances of this, the new domain, and click Replace All. So you can see now in the database, the new domain is reflected not only in the site URL, but also for all your images, media files, everything linked to what was in the old site will now be linked to the new site. And if you scroll through there, you'll see some of that. Now you want to save the page. Then what you do after this point is you download the entire website. So this is my entire WordPress installation, WP admin, WP content. It has all my plugins, all my themes, every file that I need for this. I'm going to download the whole thing. Just click download. And again, this is in my old FTP access. Then I connect up to the new FTP access, and I'll connect it to the new site, and then I will upload it. Sorry, Parker, I'm using you as an example here because I got you on my computer. And I would upload the entire website here, and then I would go back into the cPanel of the new website. I would then go to, and I'm going to pretend that this is my new website now. So imagine this is my new website, and I'm going to click, first of all, I'm going to create MySQL databases, and I'm going to create a new database. I'll just say new. I will then go ahead and assign a user to the new database, add that. This is typical WordPress installation stuff. And since I have the same username and password and just a new database name, I would then go back to the WP config, and all I'd have to do is change the database name, upload that. Now I go back to the cPanel page, go up to WP MyAdmin, and then I would do an import of, oh, actually, first of all, you click the new database, completely empty. Then you would click the import. You would browse, and I just left the SQL page in my downloads folder. So I would go ahead and find that one. That's the one that I changed. Everything's been updated. All the links, the URLs have been updated. I would click open. That will then be associated with the website with this new database. It would then also be automatically connected. And since all your files have been uploaded to the new database, connecting to the new domain, everything should just be working perfectly at this point. And you'll now have a new database and a new domain.